Hello everyone, welcome back. As you can see, I got new headlights for my E90. These are not expensive. They're $200 from eBay. I believe they're a DT Moto, and they're $200. And the reason I'm going with these headlights was because at my car comes with halogen, and we don't like those headlights. So everybody wants the halo ring. So I got OEM bixenon headlights. And it's not as simple as just wiring the ground wire. Like you do that and you get them to work, but you also need to code the car. It's not just plug and play and just do the ground wire. You have to code the car. Because if you do not code the car, your main headlights, that one right there, they will turn off. They'll shut off. They'll run for a few seconds, maybe a minute, and then it'll turn off. And the reason it turns off because the halogen on that H7 bulb requires 55 watts. And on the bixenon is 35 watts. So there's more energy, more wattage going to the bulb that in order to protect itself, it turns off. So they'll turn off. And that's the reason I'm going with these cheap headlights. Because I like doing everything myself, and I have not been able to find somebody to code my car. And a lot of shops don't really code cars. So I got these headlights, and I will be taking off the OEM bixenon headlights. And they're pretty nice. Not as clean as these. As you can see, it has nice lenses. And these headlights, I got them from DT Moto on eBay. And they are not plug and play. You have to do a little bit of wiring to get them to work. There's no instructions of how to do this. There's no instructions of how to wire the headlights. So I'm going to show you what I did. Usually what they want you to do is I'll show you right now. So the headlights, here you go. Nice looking headlights. But I got the cheaper version. They have a lot other ones, like the ones from the G90, the ones for the F80. They have a lot of different headlights, and they're priced more. I didn't want to spend that much because again, they're cheap headlights. So these right here come with these wirings, and there's no instructions of what to do. So what they want you to do is wire these splice them into your existing car, whether it be the fog lights or the side markers. And no, I'm not doing that. I'm not splicing anything into my cars. So what I did was splice them into themselves. All right. So here you go. This right here on my car, we don't need them. And the reason we don't need them, these go in here, and these are for the adaptive headlights. I don't have that. I don't have adaptive headlights. So I can actually cut all these off, but I just left them. I spliced all these wires. I emailed them. This is for one halo. This is for another halo. I do not know what this was, but I figured it out. I emailed them on eBay to see, because I asked them that I think these are for the halos, and I asked them, what is this for? And I figured it out. I don't think you need it. So you can I think you can just cut it off, but since I already wired it in, I'll show you what it's for. It's for that. There's a little light on there. I don't know what that's for. There's another light up here. So it's for that little light bulb, so it'll be on. So what I did, I wired them. I wired all these three into themselves. So I wired them to this. I wired them to this thing right here. And what this is on your car, so you can code your car. So you can either have this thing here running as your daylight running lights, or you can have this little light here running as your running daylight. What is it called? Daylight running lights. Yeah, that's what they're called. So on my car, this was the daylight running lights. And it's a little bulb. It's a W5W bulb. And the reason I figured that you can wire the halos into this is because when I installed the bixenon headlights on my car, I wanted the halos to be on when the lights were off. So if your lights are on the off position, not on the auto, but on the off position, I want these to be on. So I coded the car to have these lights running, this is the daylight running lights. If I were to put this as the daylight running lights, the halos will not be illuminated during the day. So that's when I figured that's why I figured I can wire these cables into the light bulb on top right here. So I did, and I already tested them out, and they do turn on. The only thing is that when you buy these, it provides with the turning signal and the high beam bulbs, but it does not come with your H7 bulb. So it's an H7, and I could have got one from the store, but I want the lights to be brighter, so I bought these, but in LEDs. So I'll be getting those soon. So that's how you wire these headlights in. If you buy our more expensive ones, you don't have to do that.